enough of the music. Okay, so we're going to be moving to another very interesting topic, 5G. Okay, I wanted to understand the silence because there was a topic I mentioned here earlier, everybody was like, So when I call 5G, I don't know why the silence. Okay, very say let the engineers talk. Alright, so this is the question. Is 5G causing more harm than good? I'm not an expert, so I'm really open to learn.
Me too.
I've not come across any facts that would suggest that, but then again, I have not really spent a lot of time into researching about it, so I can't really say. It feels. I mean, my instinct is that it just feels like a conspiracy. That's my personal.
Yeah, what I can say personally is that I've experienced 5G. Yeah, I was in Korea sometime last year, and I used 5G. And it's cool, man. I don't know that what I transmitted to it, but it's super fast. It's yeah. I mean, that's all I can say about 5G right now. I don't know what I think about it, but I used it for a while, and I was like, man. You don't see these downloading bars, you just pitch. When this gets in, yeah, that's all I can say. I mean, it's really cool and really fast. Now, if there's something else I should do it, I'll be glad to know.
Okay, I think the why the question is coming up is because with the advent of COVID, somehow Bosco said it was associated to the 5G, and the question was really being asked: is this thing for good? Is it for evil? How is it? All of that, And people have built their understanding around it. People think that it's a way even of facing humans out and bringing in robots and things like that, because the advent of 5G robots, the robotic and what is that again?
AI.
Yeah, artificial intelligence is really going to take over the place, and it's a whole lot of skepticism that is built up. But then to say is 5G causing trouble maybe to humans, like to the body systems and all of that? Well, it can be of much research, but I would want to try something. Sure, I've not really gone so much into that because it's really advanced, but then a very renowned professor answering to a question said something that really got me really thinking, and said if you look at the genome, for example, of the COVID virus, and you know that in the body we have inactive proteins called prions. These proteins, when they get into contact with radiations as powerful as 5G, they can get transformed, into protein sequences that can be expressed now, and said some of those sequences look really so much like the genome of the COVID. But so is it like 5G could, do something that can regenerate something in the body like COVID? Like we cannot exclude it totally. With we were talking about nanopowered dodge. So there was the possibility of radiations getting in contact with your cells and then vibrating and generating frequencies that look very much like the COVID. So could that be where this whole thing is coming from? I don't know. but it's something that we can all get to look about and check for it. But one thing I know and that I'm convinced about is that no matter how the artificial intelligence develops, the part of humans can really never be undermined. I really do think so. Robots can really fail. I really know. It's just something new and they're trying to propagate and say how wonderful it is. But I think that they can really fail, and if they want to fail, they can really fail woefully. And humans do not want to just expose themselves like that to robots. And so in the end, everybody will have its place. You will not have to feel redundant and all that. And then robots will also have where they also operate, and everybody's going to find
a robot. To an extent. We need them, but we can get them.
I've had a little exposure. Well, I attended a seminar on that, but then it wasn't unlike the way it has been presented here. We were rather trying to focus on the useful aspect of it, as far as our industry, the aviation industry is concerned. It's true that I've heard a few negative things about 5G, but the seminar I attended was really focusing on how to use 5G for interconnectivity of systems. That was really the main focus, because the aviation system in some parts of the world, especially, is not really as connected as it should be. And when there are such disconnections, it really reduces the airspace capacity. In the sense that, you cannot, the way the spacing between planes become a little problematic, because we will not really know for sure where the plane is. But if you can tell for sure that the plane is at this point, it means that if you have defined the safe separation between two planes, maybe it's 2 nautical miles, it means that 2 nautical miles away you can put another plane. So it's really, the way it was presented to us, really, it wasn't the negative side, the negative aspect that was emphasized, because we're rather seeing the usefulness of the 5G to the industry, how to really connect systems. That's really...
If I may ask, that's a material to learn, this 5G, what is then the difference? What is the leap from 4G to 5G? Maybe you could throw some more light on it, because you have been having 4Gs, there have never been any conspiracy. So what has changed from 4G to 5G that people have changed so much? The technical aspect, what has changed in the waves or whatever, I don't know.
Okay, still, like I was saying, it's about connectivity, and so the 4G that we currently have don't offer such flexibility to really have systems connected in a certain way. Okay, so as far as the aviation industry is concerned, 5G will help, but just in that, which 4G they cannot really offer.
It's a better connection.
It's a better connection, yeah.
By far better connection.
So what is the problem?
5G is I think 5G is 1,000 times better than 4G.
No, even the systems that can be connected with 5G, it's not just it's faster. It's not just about the speed.
Integrate more things.
Integrate more things.
I think
we can go into 4G, even the way your mind thinks and things like that is where the kind problem is. With the 5G connection, that it could go to the level of even controlling your mind, your thought patterns. That is what brings the whole skepticism and the fear, because nobody wants to.
So how will the network?
I'm thinking like this because I'm being controlled by some system somewhere. Nobody wants to.
Wait, so the question that comes in my mind, and just every time we design electronics, there are always certain standards that those electronics have to adhere to, and typically those standards are set up with humans in mind. For example, you talked about, you gave the situation of this professor who was talking about the radiation. So in my mind, I was thinking to myself, okay, what was the intensity of the radiation that was used to create this response? Was it Was it a 5? Was it? That okay. Okay, I don't know because
from what I know, I think if I'm not making a mistake, I think 3G is like 700 megahertz. 4G is like 1,000, but 5G is like I think 1,000 gigahertz. Yes. So it's not up to 1,000. But I know that it's in gigahertz. I really don't master the numbers clearly, but it's in gigahertz.
So at that frequency, is it harmful?
Yes, it's very harmful. Actually, they are trying to compare it to, like what the platform was saying, to the X-rays, like what they use in X-rays to yes. So they are like, it's, from the study side, or from what I read, because I read just an article, some scientists were like, it's dangerous because we all have phones, mobile phones. So it's possible for you to have a mobile phone and you using 5G and somebody can scan through those that maybe have in the connection or whatever. They can scan through to know whatever thing you're using. In fact, it's not healthy. Okay, I'm just trying to limit my talking, not to say things that I don't master yet because I really don't have the mastery of it. But from what I read, it's really not very healthy. Well, not yet.
It's not healthy because of the radiation, or because you are using to scan.
No, I think the radiations.
Okay. But I think if it's been approved for use, there are norms, the international norms. The countries have employed it and things like that.
And that's the concern because you feel like the people that are making the norms are not. There's some personal interest in it that they are not very, because there are other people that say it's okay, then some other scientists, top scientists also say it's not okay because of this, because of that. So okay. I think that's
to go and do a lot of research about 5G, about its advantages, its disadvantages of 5G.
Anyway, it's very fast.
Anyways, yeah, from what Joseph says, this is very fast. Never used 5G before, so I don't even know how it works. Alright, so we've come to the end of this session. The People Speak, organized by Bestech, round table discussion on controversial topics. I think we've touched topics on business, marriage, relationships in general, technology, and I hope each one viewing us right now or is still to see us is going to have a very great time, and I'm sure we did have a great time, right? Okay. So thank you very much. We also say a big thank you to the panelists for taking out your time. I know you're very busy people, taking out your time to be here with us today. It's really an honor for me to host each and every one of you here. And I hope we have other opportunities in the future for more interesting topics. So I would like to encourage everyone here to follow us on our social media platforms and remain with the Thank you.